Miro, welcome. The coronavirus, it's affecting almost all industries now. And in terms of San Diego, travel and tourism is critical to the health of our economy on a local level. What's the short-term outlook that you can comment on in terms of cancellations and drops in travel?
You know, we could tell by the announcement recently from the Port Authority, which really manages the 34 miles of coastline between Imperial Beach and North San Diego County and Coronado. So the convention center, hotels, they have a pulse on what's happening, cargo ships, the whole 9 yards. What we're finding is that, you know, companies and organizations are canceling conventions. This week, the experimental biology conference was canceled. The American Association of Cancer Research conference in April is being postponed. Those two conferences alone will account for 66,000 hotel nights in the city of San Diego that somehow we have to fill in another way. To let you understand, there's an impact on the city of San Diego, for example, in terms of just sales tax revenue. The sales tax revenue for those two conventions alone is $1.75 million. You know, the hourly workers that are in the hotel industry, that are in restaurants, that are also collateral to this whole process are going to be severely impacted, because without that kind of demand, there's not going to be the need for those workers, and they don't have anywhere else to go because they don't have any other options.
And there's also been a shift in the way we work as well. Many people are being told to work from home remotely. How might this change the way our culture works?
Yeah, you know, as we've seen, you know, even here at San Diego State, we're going to go to a, you know, online presentation to students, so everyone's going to be remote. AT&T today announced 245,000 workers are going to be working remotely online. So what does this mean? This means that, you know, companies, there's no business travel, there's no face-to-face meeting. The issue with now all of a sudden moving everything to some kind of remote technology is daunting, because we've never done this at this scale. The interesting thing is the head of human resources for Google said, you know what, an ideal concept is, you know what, 1 day to 1.5 days working from home, because you could really be immersed in what you're doing, and 3.5 to 4 days in the office to make sure the culture you know, is you know, preserved. So we don't know what that ultimate equation is, but we know that no matter what, we're in a new environment. We don't know how long it's going to last, but being able to do this is going to be an advantage for American companies in the future. Right,
it's great for the people who can do it. And then on a national level, today the Trump administration has declared a national emergency because of the coronavirus. Now, in terms of our economy and the markets, what is the likelihood that we can see any stability or even recovery anytime soon?
What are we going to see in the short term? Number one, you might see spikes in unemployment. So even though we're at historical low levels of 3.5%, you might see a few tenths of a percent up, which would be shocking, you know, since it's been so low for the last year and a half, you know, or longer. You might see, you know, certainly declines in the GDP rate going forward. I think with greater certainty is today, if there's a stimulus bill like last week's bill of $8.3 billion that'll cascade through the economy, anything that can help workers, anything that can help businesses kind of maintain their equilibrium over the next 30 to 45 days will be seen positively by the markets, and we're going to kind of be in a wait-and-see basis.
Great. Thank you so much. Great information. Miro Copic from SDSU and BottomLine Marketing.
Thanks, Maya.